back everybody, it's me, Garmanza92, and we are back today with a MotoGP 22 video. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my content if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you get notified of any of my videos as they drop onto the channel. So, with that being said, we are back with MotoGP and our Moto3 season. I believe we head to KimiRing, which, if I'm honest, isn't one of my stronger circuits, but we said that about Assen, and we managed to come out on top and get an all-important win now, I believe we did. So, hopefully, with a bit of luck, we can carry on that good form and maybe get another podium or maybe even another win at the KimiRing in Finland. So yeah, let's jump straight into Moto3 and straight into MotoGP 22 and see how we get on. Rightio, so here we are back with our Moto3 season and we head to the KimiRing. Just having a look at our stats, we did get a win there in Assen in our last round, so hopefully we can continue that form and we might be able to get 3 wins on the bounce, possibly. We've still got our contract in negotiations there with the Yamaha VR46 Monster Camp team. With a bit of luck, we can go for them. We have got another 6 weeks left of that contract. Just sort of having a look at the teams quickly, just to see, just in case there's another team that we could potentially go for. If I'm honest, there isn't really another team that I would want to ride for more than the VR46 Academy team. So, I mean, maybe at a push I go for Gas Aspar. Obviously, that is where Jake Dixon is. So we could potentially join him at the same team. The aim game is to get into Yamaha's good books and possibly get into their with you Yamaha RNF MotoGP team, or even the Monster Energy Yamaha team. That is where we want to be. So we will leave that one for now and see what sort of race results we can get at Finland. We are 102 points in front of Izan Guevara, who is in 2nd place. So let's check what sort of weather it's going to be. We have refused KTM DHL Racing. That is a Moto3 contract that we do not want. We want to be in Moto2 next year. So Finland is going to be dry. We've got a cloudy race compared to a glorious sunny FP2, FP3 and qualifying. So let's jump straight in and have a look at what sort of lap times we're going to do around Finland. Obviously, again, it's a relatively new circuit. Shush, Gav. It's a relatively new circuit to the calendar. I don't actually think, I might be wrong, apologies if I am, correct me if I am in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure that the official sort of like real life MotoGP season have been trying to come here for the last couple of years but haven't managed to, obviously because of COVID and the travel restrictions. So I still don't think they have managed that this year. Obviously it was supposed to be before Silverstone, and at the time of filming this, Silverstone is this weekend, so I don't actually think they've managed to do Finland yet. But anyway, development tests. Obviously we don't really need to do all the development tests, but I do try and like to have a target while we're racing in free practice sessions. So we've got track study, top speed, clean lap with a long lap, a time attack, race pace, and best race time. Best race time I don't think we're going to get, because we don't really have the pace in the race as much as the riders behind us most of the time. So with that being said, I'm going to jump straight back out on track and I will drop in with all of you lot when we are just about to finish FP3 and start qualifying. Okay, so I don't really know what's going on, but we literally have impeccable pace compared to everybody else. Don't ask me where from, because I don't really know, but yeah, our fastest lap was a 155.0. and the AI's fastest lap was a 156.8. I don't know, there's obviously been a recent update to bring it cross-play to MotoGP 22 online. But yeah, very strange. I don't really know what's happened to the AI. They seem to be a lot slower than our previous videos. So anyway, Sergio Garcia, Xavi Artigas, Ivan Ortola and Diego Moreira have made it through from Q1 to Q2. As you can see there, we went out on a hard to do the race pace, and let's just, there you can see my lap times. Lap 4, to be fair, was a bit of an off lap. We went wide in the corner just after the main straight, so Yeah, went a little bit wide there. But you can see lap 5 was our quickest lap on a hard tyre as well, so a bit of an odd one. But first thing I'm going to do for our qualifying session is change to the soft tyre, because that's the tyre that we use to get our quickest lap time. Obviously, it wouldn't surprise me if the AI are suddenly a lot quicker in qualifying. Maybe that's happened before in this game, so that's a possibility. But I'm going to jump straight out onto track and hopefully manage to get the 155.0 or maybe a 155.3, somewhere between there, hoping that that'll be enough for pole position, because technically at the moment in free practice it has been. So yeah, we shall see. Jump straight onto track and I'll show you my quickest lap. Now we start our first flying lap of this Q1 session. We're looking at about a 155.0 or 155.3 if we can. We have a couple of riders exiting the pit lane. Let's hope they do not get in our way. That is one thing I've noticed about this game, even in free practice sessions, that the AI, whether they're on track on their flying lap or not, they react as if they are doing their quickest lap or even in race trim. Unlike F1, where if you have got a driver in front of you that isn't on their quickest lap or isn't on a flying lap, they will pull to the offline area and let you by. If you are, or even if you're not, to be honest, unless you're the one pulling out the way and letting them by. Don't get attracted this morning. Nearly did with that one. It's very easy to do it there. You go a little bit wide to try and get ready for the next corner. Oh, I got that all wrong. Nearly lost the back end there. This isn't going to be my quickest lap of the weekend. But as long as it's a lap time that's going to get us on the front row or on podium. Pole position. Obviously a 155 point something we are looking for. Nicely done through that. Onto the acceleration. Last sector now. Up over the top. And slightly downhill here. Very careful. Very easy to lose the front end through there. And very easy to wheelie these bikes coming out of that corner actually. So it is going to be a 155.749. We know we can do better than that, but if we don't need to, we won't. I'm just going to continue this lap at the moment, actually, because we are 2-point-something tenths up already. And we fluffed that corner, so that's bailed that one. Yeah, so 155.7. Let's see how that fares for the pole position, the qualifying of Q2. Obviously, no other rider has gone as quick as that, so that should be it for hopefully pole position. Okay, so a very, very weird qualifying session. 157.4, which is slower than any sort of slower than any sort of lap times that was done in FP3 or FP2. So I don't really know what's happened to the AI. And David Munoz in second place, getting his probably first front row. Dennis Onchu, we've obviously got a lot of history with Dennis. Nudging us off the tracks, hopefully he doesn't do that around this circuit. Going on lap times, we should easily be able to pull away from the grid. So, be interesting to see. Obviously they will have slipstream, so that's going to help them out. But we head to the race as we look down at the grid. A pretty full grid, I'd like to say, for the Moto3s.
And the race will start.
So, we are going to just quickly switch. We're going to go with mediums for this because it's going to be a cloudy circuit.
The temperature will help consumption
just check our
levels.
ECUs at power mapping 3. It is traction control at 1. I'm not really concerned about tyres. We did obviously 5 laps on the hard, and they lasted and was relatively quite good on lap 5. So yeah, I'm going to stick with the medium. Not really concerned for tyres. Hopefully, if we do have the pace that we're scheduled to have going on lap times, then we could always knock on to traction control 2 to try and reserve that rear tyre a little bit, as I do think it might be the rear tyre that wears out the most. So, let's jump straight out onto track and start our warm-up lap as we look at some of the tyre choices. So Andrea Mino there going for a hard rear tyre. Xavi Artigas going for a hard front, but pretty much a mediums. There's a couple of softs there. Soft there from John McD. A soft for Daniel Holgado. Stefano Nappa there on a hard front. And picking up is a hard front and a soft rear from Joel Caliso, which was one of our teammates.
There's only a few moments left until the start.
So we look at the starting grid, ready to begin our KimiRing Finland Grand Prix. Clutch in, revs up, lights are on. As soon as the lights go out, we're a go, here we go. Don't know if that was a very good start or not. Didn't really feel like one. We're not going to use a front brake round here, because I don't think we really need to. Now is where we can't afford to make a mistake around this circuit, because it is very easy to a very easy track to crash on. But we are pulling away already from the grid. Obviously, no offence to Davide Munoz, I don't think he's a rider that is going to be able to cope with our sort of pace anyway. He's nowhere in the championship, I don't think, so it's a bit of a weird one that he's second, but it is what it is. We just need to keep our head, hopefully not pick up a long lap penalty, and also not make a mistake that costs us the win. We are already a second in front. Davide Munoz has already dropped back to fourth. Unfortunately for him, yeah, I don't really know what's going on with the AI, to be honest. It's already at 1.2 the gap, so we don't have to push as hard. With a bit of luck, we can take this racetrack nice and gently. Don't even have to do the same sort of race pace that we did in our free practice sessions. There's obviously a yellow flag there being waved, and it's already gone to green, so not a problem. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on. If it carries on like this, we will have to up it. I don't know whether it's just this circuit. Obviously, it's the first time we've noticed a drop in pace from the AI, so it's a little strange. Right, up over the hill anyway, and down the hill, very easy on the front brake here. It's very easy to lose your front end. Oh, we're going to get a long lap penalty for that one. Or not a long lap penalty, we're getting a warning. 2.1 seconds in front already. And this was a racetrack that we said we didn't do very well at. Obviously we don't normally, but I don't know whether it's to do with the update that has just been, that the AI has taken a step backwards for some reason. Right, down the main straight, we're on lap 2, we're 1.9 seconds in front. We lost a tenth through that sector, but if I'm honest, I'm not really pushing myself, so it's good for us because it means that we can think about what we're doing. We can just tick off our lap times, and we can break that a little bit earlier than what we normally do, what we need to be able to do the lap times that we were doing in free practice. With the gap that we've got, we're just going to try and manage. This is going to be a nice little manageable race for us with a 2.2 second lead. We obviously don't want to be too far in front, but we obviously don't want them to catch up as well. So we can just sort of manage our pace. We've got a lot of fuel left over, which we can use if we need it. But we're also not trying to brake too hard into the corners, because we've got that buffer of that 2 second lead already. So we will use that to our advantage 100%. And like I say, not race this machine at 100%. Hopefully we don't get a track limits warning anymore, because it's only lap 2 and we've got 2 already and we only get 5. As he picks up 2 in 1, what's that for? Okay, now we are going to have to be careful, because we are on the very grasp of getting a long lap penalty. For some reason it decided to give us 2 in that one corner, which I think is a little harsh. Oh, I nearly lost the front end there. Okay, gap still at 2.3. We need to be very careful. We are at risk of getting a long lap penalty here. Obviously, if we get the long lap penalty, we got the long lap penalty. It might cost us the win. We are going to try and obviously be a little bit more cautious than we have been. We've obviously been a little bit cautious. 156.7. We knew I know our race pace is a lot better than that. It's even better than that on the hard tyre. So I'm just going to use a bit of fuel here. Power lap in 3, That gap's gone down to 1.8 where we're trying to be a little bit careful. Turn that down, pound up in 2, so it's still coming down regardless. So braking a little bit earlier, turn in that little bit later. No track limits warnings, no track limits warnings. We need 3 very clean laps around this circuit, around the good old KimiRing. If I'm honest, Isan Guevara looks like he is starting to attempt to close that gap down ever so slightly. And as I said, I think I'm also being a little bit overcautious. The fact that we are very close to a long lap penalty. Sorry about being quiet here, we are a little bit more focused than we usually are. This is a tough circuit for me anyway, and we needed a good lap there because we were struggling a little bit towards that first part of that sector, that lap. So obviously I don't want to lose a bit of concentration either and end up getting a long lap penalty. I am using a little bit of our overtake, wrong game, our power map in 3 around this first sector here, just to try and get that gap back to a 2-second gap. So we lost a bit of time in that lap as the AI started to increase their pace. But it looks like João Macia and Isan Guevara are starting to battle with each other, which might do us a big favour here, because it might mean that they slow each other down. It means that they take a little bit longer, if at all, to catch up with me. Flick it to the right. A little bit of brake in there, try and get the early apex, and then try and hold it out. A little bit of acceleration, and then get onto the acceleration as you start to come out of the corner. Very nicely done. Up the hill, a little bit of acceleration as you lift off of there, just to get round the corner and try and hug that curb. I'm braking a lot more here than I normally would, purely because we don't want to run a little bit wide. To be fair, I'm also braking a lot earlier there because I don't want to get on that curb, because that's the curb that we got 2 warnings on last time. Okay. That was a much better lap from us. We're nearly 8 tenths up on our lap, and the gap for the final lap is 2.7 seconds. So we cannot afford. We won't get a long lap penalty, but I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong in the game, but in real life they will add or ask you to drop a place. It'll either be 3 seconds added to your lap time, or it might even be 5 if I'm honest, but I'm pretty sure in the normal terminology, if you go off track during the last lap, you are asked to drop back a place. So we do not want that, because we are in for a comfortable win here with 3.2 seconds left of this Grand Prix in Finland. On a track that we came here thinking we weren't going to be very competitive, and have actually blown the rest of the grid out of the water with our pace around here. No real reason as to why. I don't think I was actually that quick. I thought we could have gone a lot quicker, but like I say, I don't really know. I don't really know as to where their pace has gone, whether it's been affected by the update. I hope not. Maybe they've done a little bit of a debuff with the AI, as they were maybe a little bit too aggressive, pushing people out the way. I know it's been thought of, especially with Dennis Onshu. You guys that have tuned into my Moto2 videos will have seen have been 3 laps, or 3 races, if not 2 races to be fair, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, that have been affected by us, by Dennis Onchu. So, we go around the final corner. We do not want to drop the front end, so we are very tentative through there. 3.2 seconds in the lead, and across the line for a win. As I say, don't really know where the pace is for the AI for that one, but our best lap's 155.8, so we do manage to achieve that race objective as well. 3.5 seconds to Dennis Onchu. Let's just have a quick look down the list. John McVie there picking up 13th. Our Kaito Toba, our teammate, 17th. Joel Kisa, our other teammate, a Brit there in 20th position. And Scott Ogden down in 25, so unfortunate for Scott. And 4 DNFs. 2 of them not even completing a lap, so unfortunate for those guys there, but we push on. We are now 116 points in front of Izan Guevara for the championship on 235 points. Our team are up by 72 points, so we could actually do the double and win the team championship for the obviously for the team as well. So that'd be quite good. We celebrate with our team in Parc Ferme. I will skip that because it's the same no matter what racetrack you're at. So reputation, we pick up 10,400 rep, which is good. We get credits, we get the 5,750, and obviously development tests. I believe we passed every test that was asked of us. We did. So we get the ×2 on that as well, obviously with the VIP multiplier bonus. We've got a lot of research data points, and we've got a contract offer. We have a proposal. Yes! We got a proposal. So their signing on bonus is 36 grand. Per race is 88 grand. Championship objective is 41,000. Race objective is podium. Championship objective is first. Qualifying objective is front row. Terms of contract is 1 season. Termination is 114,000 credits. But it is with the team that we wanted. So guess what? We are going to accept that contract and sign on that dotted line. Just having a look at negotiations. If I'm honest, I don't really like any of those. Let's start rejecting some of these people because we don't need her. We definitely don't want him. Anna Nielsen, she's got good credits but poor negotiation, so no thank you. Really high negotiation, but we don't need them now. We've got our contract, so I'll keep them for a minute. I think they disappear at the end of the season anyway, but it might be that they might be able to help us get to MotoGP. So we'll leave them. We've got +11, +19 and +10 for our negotiations already. So we did sign him in the hope to get that contract, which we have received. So anyway, we've got fuel consumption. We've got max torque increase or fuel consumption reduction as well. So let's go with torque increase, shall we? All 4 of you, get on working on that one for me. It's going to take 8 weeks, so that's probably not even going to be ready by the end of the season. So let's advance. Oh, mind you, we've got a couple of week break here, haven't we? Because we've got Silverstone for the next weekend. So let's just advance through these. Leopard Racing, what's that for? So we've got another contract here. Moto3. Let's refuse that. We already have our contract for next year. I just wanted to see where you find that out, actually. My contract. Yeah, okay, so it is there, Moto2. Yeah, so we've got our contract for next year. Anyway, we definitely don't want to stay in Moto3. Nice that teams want to buy us, but oh, look at him. +41. Is he going to be the difference to getting the Monster Energy Yamaha contract? And he's an A. Many years of experience in the MotoGP world, specialising in economic negotiations for bonuses and salary rates. I'm going to sign him, I think. I think he might be the difference to our next year, possibly receiving the contract from Yamaha that we want in MotoGP. So, unless we get a better offer from another manager, I think we're going to stay with Roy Brink, as he's got many years' experience in the MotoGP and specialises in economic negotiations for bonuses and salary rates. With a bit of luck, he can negotiate us a decent offer of that contract. So we've got a new data analyst, which has got good frame, which would be handy for Moto3, but I don't know what about Moto2, so we're gonna opt out of that one for now. So we head to Silverstone for the next Grand Prix, which will obviously be in the next video. That is it for this video. We've got another win under our belt in Finland there. We are 116 points now in front of Izan Guevara for the championship. Hopefully we can continue this run of form. If the AI start to get a little bit better or they are the same in the next race, I will look at the race difficulty and look at upping it, because we don't want to be 3.5 seconds in front in every race. I know we've nearly upgraded all of our bike, but it shouldn't really make that much of a difference. Obviously we are now competitive for podiums in most races, so that's the change that we want, not 3.5 seconds in front of every race. So, like I said, Silverstone will be our next Grand Prix as our home Grand Prix for us. Let's hope we get a good result in there in our next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. That is all we've got time for today. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my content if you haven't already. If you do subscribe, thank you all so much. I really do appreciate all the support, and thank you for helping me build the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of my videos as they drop onto the channel, and get a little notification to let you know when they are. It's obviously on a Tuesday, Wednesday and a Thursday at 12 o'clock London time on those days. So yeah, that was a positive weekend for us. A little weird that the AI is so off of pace there. Something that I will keep an eye on, because if Silverstone is the same, don't really want to be doing every race at 3.5 seconds in front. We like to have it a little bit competitive. Like to sort of battle with the top guys and maybe get onto the podiums. Obviously we haven't won every race this season. We've had a couple where we've not even been on the podium. So yeah, we want to continue with that. We are obviously leading the championship, so it's good for us. And we've also signed that all-important Yamaha VR boot camp, master camp contract for Moto2 next year, so that is interesting. We've got Silverstone, our home Grand Prix, in the next video, so please tune in for that one, but I'll see you all in that next video.